Hello and welcome to your December labor market update for Northeast Minnesota. My name is Carson Gorecki and I am the Department of Employment and Economic Development's Regional Labor Market Analyst for the Northeast region. Over the next couple minutes, I will cover the latest updates on labor market indicators in the region, including unemployment, employment, and labor force participation. So let's get to it. First, let's take a look at the jobs numbers. Minnesota lost jobs for the first time since April, down 12,600 jobs from October, a decline of 0.5%. And of the nearly 390,000 jobs lost through April, just over 50% have been gained back since. Over the year, total Minnesota non-farm employment is down 6.6%. And in the Duluth metro, seasonally adjusted total non-farm employment also fell, down 1.3%, or 1,600 jobs from October. The monthly decline represents the first since June into July. Additionally, the number of jobs in the region in November was 8.8% lower than 2019 employment levels. Most sectors saw monthly declines, with leisure and hospitality down 15.6% and federal government off 10.5%, seeing the greatest losses. Mining, logging, and construction declined 7%, some of which likely reflects the end of the busy construction season. Construction statewide declined 7.2% over the month. The trade, transportation, and utilities sector saw a 1.2% increase over the month, led by modest growth in retail and transportation, warehousing, and utilities. Information, financial activities, and local government also added jobs from October. Of the 16,526 seasonally adjusted jobs lost through April in the Duluth metro area, almost 7,000, or 42%, have been regained. It is important to note that the reference week for the CES numbers largely fell prior to the newest round of COVID restrictions, so any impacts of these orders will likely be more evident in the December numbers. The unemployment rate in the 7-county Northeast region climbed for the first time since May, up to 4.8% from 4.4% in October. Northeast Minnesota's unemployment rates are higher than the 3.9% state average. However, this rise also coincided with an influx of workers back into the labor force, which, while still down 5.3% from February, grew for the first time since June. Local area unemployment statistics, which are derived from a survey separate from the CES, also showed a slight increase in employment of 393 jobs in the region. However, the pace of employment growth from October did not match that of the labor force. Recently, I looked a little bit more into how the current COVID crisis compares to the two previous recessions in the Duluth metro area. So far, the current economic downturn is very different. The initial loss of employment was much more sudden and drastic than the slow declines in 2001 and 2008. While virtually no corner of the economy has been left untouched, the sectors most impacted by the pandemic differ from those in the two previous recessions. During the early 2000s, and the Great Recession in particular, goods-producing industries such as manufacturing and mining, logging, and construction saw larger annual employment losses than in 2020. Following an initial decline, goods-producing employment has almost recovered to pre-pandemic levels. Conversely, service-providing sectors have been hit much harder in the COVID crisis. Sectors such as education and health services and leisure and hospitality depend much more on personal interaction and were much more vulnerable to pandemic impacts. The exposure of these sectors is evident in the early and acute employment loss, followed by a mixed recovery that appears to be stalling as we enter winter. The annual employment losses in the combined service-providing industries remains more than 3 times that of the worst point of the Great Recession. The trend of a declining labor force in Northeast Minnesota appears to have stopped, at least for now. Those leaving unemployment are now more likely to become employed than to leave the labor force, as was true a couple months ago. However, the overall employment recovery has begun to slow as we head into winter. It is now clear that the COVID economic crisis has no recent historical parallel. Due to the unique circumstances created by the pandemic and the efforts to control it, many industries that were more insulated in past recessions are now more vulnerable in the current downturn. As for what happens next, uncertainty can be expected to continue for at least the next several months as we wait to see the potential effects of state and future federal aid. Through the next months and beyond, we, Indeed's Labor Market Information Office, will continue to monitor the labor market closely and provide timely and accurate information to all Minnesotans. Please feel free to contact me with any questions, and until next month, thank you. For more information, or to find the Indeed regional analyst for your area, visit our website or contact any one of us seen here with your questions. We will be happy to help you access and understand the information and data you are looking for. Thank you, and have a great day.